Alright guys, real quick, just gonna do a real quick decal install for everyone in case you're having any trouble. Need some glass cleaner, clean rag, microfiber. Sometimes I like to use a razor blade just to make sure that the surface is nice and clean. There's nothing that's gonna get stuck behind the decal. Scrape down the window right where you want to put the decal. Go ahead and wipe it down. Obviously this is your surface preparation. Probably one of the most important parts, just like anything. If you're painting something, or you want to make sure that the decal properly adheres to wherever you want to put it. So, and you want to make sure there's nothing stuck behind it. You go ahead and grab your decal. I have one of my boost fed decals. I don't know if you can see it, there's kind of a glare. I'm just going to position it pretty simply on the windshield, but if you were putting a decal on your rear windshield or somewhere where it needed a line, I recommend just using some painter's tape. That usually helps out a lot to, you know, set edges. You could put a couple stacks of it if you wanted to put it up, but we're just gonna stick it on the window. It's pretty cold out today. Look at my phone real quick. This is the hinge type method. Yeah, so it's pretty sunny out. It's only about 35 degrees though, so it's not usually recommended to install decals, but I think that if you're out in the sun and you know it's not windy and crazy out, that you can still be successful at it. Just be careful, make sure everything that you're doing you're doing properly and kind of carefully. You always, before you peel the decal off, go ahead and squeegee it down. You can do it with a credit card or something else flat. You know, this is an actual vinyl squeegee. And then what you want to do is go ahead and grab your transfer paper. You can pull the decal up and you just very carefully remove the decal from the backing paper. Now, 9 times out of 10 they'll remove very easily, but you might have very small pieces. Now if that was to happen, go ahead and lay it back down. Make sure you don't crinkle it or anything, and then like squeegee down like a smaller letter or something, just so it's adhering to the transfer film correctly. And then continue. I like to pull it up so I can see, you know, exactly what might not be peeling up. And basically it's as easy as that. Now once you have the decal off the transfer film, you can just go ahead and toss it on the ground. And then what I like to do is I like to come through and squeegee the decal down flat, and then basically work from the center out, squeegeeing it down. Now one of the methods to properly adhere a decal like this is definitely you need some pressure, nothing crazy, but it helps the decal, especially sharp little edges, adhere correctly to whatever type of material you're applying the decal to. We can go ahead and remove this painter's tape real quick. And it's just really about surface prep and then taking your time. I know a lot of guys get excited when they have a decal they want to throw on, but I always wait till the weather's right or I have good conditions and I've installed, probably hundreds, if not thousands of these. Just up and down, diagonally, and then lastly, we just need to remove the transfer film, start a corner, and then you want to peel it as flat as possible. Basically, it'll help the vinyl release, and there's less pressure pulling away from the material. So, you know, if you're pulling flat, basically you're not pulling out, you're just pulling it and it will just roll off of the vinyl. And then you want to watch out for like little sharp edges. But normally if you took time to you know, apply the decal, your material is clean, you gave it good pressure while you were installing it, you shouldn't have any problems. This is very nice material, high quality Oracle vinyl. I've had decals on my truck that I've made, you know, for over a year with absolutely no issues. One of them was actually on my slider window too, that gets opened and closed all the time. And then you can just go ahead and clean up around it. You might have a little bit of adhesion marks around the decal, but basically it's as simple as that. Nice clean install, no bubbles. You know, the larger the decal gets, a little more time might need to be taken when installing it, but small ones are, you know, very, very easy to do. You know, basically I would wait, you know, I wouldn't wash the vehicle right away or anything. And also, I've mentioned before, if you do, you know, get a little bubble or something, you know, don't be incredibly worried, because a lot of times in the sun, these decals will shrink a little bit, and if you just poke them with a little pin or something, try to squeegee them down right away, maybe hit it with a blow dryer or heat gun real quick. But normally, you know, the sun and the environment will shrink the decal down, and the bubbles will basically just disappear. So there you go, there's a quick install. If you have any questions, as always, shoot me a message, email me, get a hold of me, and I'll try to help you out. And thank you guys for watching, and thank you if you've purchased any of my decals.